everyone, and welcome to the Road to Retirement Show. I'm your host, Paul Gebhardt, with my special guest today, Mr. Tripp Limehouse of Limehouse Financial. Welcome back to the program, my friend.
Hey, we're on this road to retirement trip together.
Well, yes, we are.
It's a lot of fun. I'm here not only with you, but I'm here with you.
Yes, and
Thank you for tuning in, folks.
absolutely. And television is a little bit different than radio, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because I understand you got a pretty good radio show rolling, right?
I love it. And also, don't forget the podcast, iHeartRadio.com, the Road to Retirement Show. But yeah, it's Saturday mornings, folks, at 10 a.m., 103.5 FM, the Voice of Columbia. I love the Voice of Columbia. It is like it's the talk radio show in our area in Columbia. But yep, we're having a great time. It's about communicating with people.
Yeah.
We want to communicate. Number one, we care about them. Number two, we are confident in our ability that we've been blessed with to help people accomplish their goals, okay?
I love it.
And that's so rewarding personally, and of course it's rewarding financially for us and for our clients. It's financially rewarding, but it's what we do. Help people get to where they want to go on their journey, Paul.
That's good stuff. And I understand you're a huge family man. That's important to you.
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
think you and Amy
I
been
bring
married
them
what?
into the studio. I bring these guys to the studio. So this is the five of us. My wife, Amy, 23 years of marriage. Thank you, honey. I love you so much. I know, it's tough at times, right? I mean,
Come
it's a
on.
work in progress, right? I mean, everything is. And then 3 girls. I mean, the Lord bless me, 3 daughters. Whew, we got our hands full. So, having fun around our house. And our oldest just finished Clemson. Now she's back in the house and, actively seeking to pursue her career. And the other 2 are progressing as well, her sisters. So we're just having fun and doing life,
Yeah.
loving people
Yeah.
and, sharing with people that there's hope.
Yeah.
One of the things that happened in the pandemic is that people, I think, were losing hope.
Ooh.
And I think that they were losing hope regarding their retirement accounts, their
Yeah.
retirement plans.
Yeah.
And, or I should say maybe lack of plans. That makes me think. I think one of the things that people discover when they come to see us is that they thought they had a plan, but actually they just have an account. And there's a big difference, folks out there watching now, between an account and a plan. You might have a statement. You might have $2.8 million in it, okay? But if you don't have a plan, a written plan for retirement, that's what we provide people with. We build plans for people. They're written, they have them, they follow them, they're successful on the road to retirement.
All right, I want to stop you right there. Because why is written so important in a retirement plan? Why?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, if you're traveling from point A to point B, aren't you looking at something that's written that gives you directions on how to get there?
Yeah, wonderful
Tells you
point.
what, and isn't that document telling you what to avoid on the way
Yeah.
that would be harmful for you?
Yeah, potential pitfalls.
Right. So it's telling you where to go. It's telling you here's how you're going to get there, right? Here's all the things to look for along the way. Here's the things to avoid along the way. So why is a written plan for retirement important? Because people need to be able to look at it and read it and then monitor it. Folks, you need to monitor it. We love our annual reviews with our clients because that's when we see the effectiveness of the plans that we build for people. That's when we see they're on the right road to retirement. They're on track. They're not running out of gas or more, as we would say, running out of income or running out of assets. They're going the distance. They're accomplishing their goals. Quite frankly, it gets us excited. So you know what else gets me excited is Amy's cooking.
Yeah.
You know what she made the other day?
No, what?
Black bean burritos.
What?
What?
Are
That's
you-
what I said.
are you a big
so
Mexican
you know,
food guy? Yeah.
talked recently on a show about coming home and smelling the cookies cooking
Oh,
and
don't
the
even
chocolate
get me
chip
going
cookies
on
in the
that.
oven, right?
Dude, you're making me hungry.
I know.
Cut it out.
Seriously, he sounds like, honey, I tell her, I love you so much, Amy. I do. You're the best, my best friend in the whole world, and she just takes care of everybody. But those black bean burritos were just incredible.
Yes.
And yes, I used the whole wheat tortilla, so not only healthy, but even when the tortilla is healthy,
Yeah,
she keeps me in line.
So now I know she's great at cookies,
Yeah,
great at lasagna,
yeah.
great at black bean burritos. What is she great at?
Oh,
Ah,
I can't think of much.
nothing. How about pizza?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite in Lexington, we've got Nikki's House of Pizza. Man,
Nikki's House of Pizza.
grandma's pizza. There's a grandma's slice. That's what I get. It's like the middle of Sicilian and thick crust. Folks, you got to try that place out. Nikki's. Oh my gosh. and the sauce they use. San Marzano tomatoes, I think.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get me started on the food. So let's talk. Hey, how about rollovers and transfers?
Can we jump into some of that?
I mean, rollovers and transfers.
Yeah, because there's a lot of information out there, Trip. People, I mean, think about it. These days, you can go almost anywhere, and there's so much conflicting information, misinformation. Would you break it down for folks, rollovers and transfers for them?
Yeah, rollovers and transfers. Folks, I think that what I would want to communicate to you watching right now is, first of all, don't lose sight of the fact that what you have is yours, okay? So if you're with an advisor or you just have money that's maybe in a 401 or something of that nature, okay? Just keep in mind that the money is yours. And you're called to make sure that you've been entrusted with this money, okay? We need to make sure that we do the right things with it from this point forward. That's why you need to come see us, because we want to help you do that. I mean, that's what it's all about. But you can roll over a 401k, and you can do it at 59.5, okay? You can still have the 401k. We can help you open up an IRA. You can roll over the 401k, still maintain it, still get the company match, still fund it, and then we'll roll over the balance later. But we put it in an IRA now, and we do long-term planning with it. It's to your advantage. There's a sense of urgency, I think you probably can tell, to do it. And then transfers. A lot of people come to see us, and they don't know that, hey, they can take this IRA that's with this person that they really don't care for, that's not serving them and helping them and talking about all the things that are important for them. Yeah. A lot of people out there have an account with a person. They don't have a Social Security roadmap. They don't have an income plan. They don't have a written plan for retirement. They come in, they recognize all that, but they didn't know that they could take, folks, you can take an IRA that you have and you can transfer it to us or to anybody else out there. But income and a distribution planning expert, that's who we are, and that's what we do. And we're the people you need to be working with, because you're going to be going on this long journey. We want to make sure that you do it cautiously, conservatively, comfortably. I mean, that kind of summarizes it. But rollovers and transfers, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. You mentioned something in passing when you were talking about rollovers and transfers about other advisors. How important is a second opinion, really, Trip? And when you think about, I mean, I understand sometimes folks have a personal connection to a long-term advisor, but sometimes that could actually hurt their retirement. Isn't that true?
Okay, so we talk about, folks out there, we talk about avoiding wrong turns and mistakes that can be harmful for you. One of the wrong turns, Paul, can be being more in love with the advisor than you are with the plan. And sometimes people don't want to change because they have that relationship. Now, we demonstrate to them, this is why you should change. It's fact-based planning. How do we do it? We do analysis. We do a thorough review of what you have. We call it the financial x-ray. We take the portfolios that you have, we assemble these reports, share them with you, fact-based planning. But, sometimes people just, they don't know what they don't know.
Yes.
So again, circling back to educating them on what do they need to know.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, sometimes it's a shocker. And you know what? Not everybody, some people just decide, hey, I really like the person I'm with. I'm staying with them, even though you've demonstrated to me I should make a change. That's okay. That's up to that person.
Yeah.
But what's more common is when we help people see that, and we talk with them about the fact that this is your money.
Yeah.
And this is your life. I mean, you and I talk a lot about on the show about the importance of the person.
Yes.
And taking care of the person.
Yes.
So we circle back to that with these folks. This is why you should come see us. What's the difference? Because let's face it, there's a lot of advisors out there.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of brokers out there. They're everywhere.
Yes.
What's the difference? Well, I mean, the value added is we care about you. We're full of love, compassion, integrity, honesty. We want to help people. And we're going to tell you, hey, either way, we can help you or we can't help you. Oh, so anyway, but it's just important to not speculate on, oh, yeah, I'm doing well. Second opinions are very important. Very, very important.
Well, let's about care about people to the point that you just made. Today, I understand you came with an offer for everybody who reaches out to you today. Would you share that with the viewers?
That's right, folks. Take advantage of this offer right now today, 844-359-2569. Okay, what we're going to do is spend some time with you. We're going to get to know you as a person, find out where you are, where you want to go, show you how to get there. We're going to do it by building a cautious, conservative plan. We're going to build that just for you. It's going to keep you comfortable on your road to retirement. No cost, no obligation. Come on in to see us. You really deserve it.
And it's a complimentary review, as Tripp said. And guess what? I've seen people charge upwards of $1,500 for consultations just like these because there's a lot of time, energy, and resources that go into you. Tripp and his family are willing to make that investment. They set aside so many spots, but they can only do so many. The question is, will you make the decision to invest in yourself? Will you take the time out to realize you do deserve it? You've sacrificed, you've worked hard. You know what's at stake. You don't have another 30 years to go back and do it over again. That's not even thinkable. 844-359-2569. We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages.
As a good saver, you've been putting away money during your working years. Studies find that the biggest fear of retirees is running out of money. Market volatility isn't just the downward movement of stock prices, it's the size and frequency of change. The more dramatic the ups and downs, the higher the volatility. This can put savers who are newly retired or a few years away from being retired at greater risk. Today's generation of retirees is not receiving traditional pensions as our parents or grandparents did. Instead, we have retirement accounts such as 401ks or 403bs. These accounts typically expose your money to market risk. The last thing you want right before retirement is to lose a portion of the money you need for income. But how do you turn these accounts into a retirement income? Is it safe to keep all your retirement money sitting in the stock market? The last thing you want is to lose a portion of the money you need for income due to market loss. By working with a financial professional, you can learn how to turn a portion of your savings into an income stream for life and income for the life of your spouse if you're married. We all have moments in our lives when we wish we had taken action sooner. Don't let procrastination reign on your retirement parade. Act now before it's too late. Please call our office to set up your no-cost, no-obligation retirement income review today.
Welcome back to the Road to Retirement show with Limehouse Financial. I'm your host, Paul Gebhardt, and my guest today is Tripp Limehouse of Limehouse Financial.
The one and only.
The one and only. You know, and that radio voice that everybody hears and knows and loves, right?
Yeah, that's right. And people often ask, how'd you get that name Tripp? And, you know, I have a lot of people that move in from out of town. I'm a South Carolina guy my whole life. They'll say, Tripp. That's kind of, and I'll say, well, they'll say, it suits your personality. But I'll say, you know, C.W. Limehouse III, Carlisle Walker Limehouse III. Carlisle is really too long to go by, right?
Yeah, right.
My grandfather went by Walker, but his nickname was Speck. And then my dad is Carlisle Walker Jr. He goes by Bubba. That's his older sisters named him Bubba for brother. Southern thing. But a lot of people say they're not from South Carolina. They'll say, Tripp, how you get it? I'm the third, so yeah.
That's how I got it.
Oh my gosh, that's how I had said the one and only.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something because you were sharing with me in the break a really cool thing about the fattest hog. Would you repeat that?
Oh my gosh! So going back to so I talk about the fattest hog.
Yeah, the fattest.
You know what happens to the fattest hog?
What?
It gets slaughtered first.
Ouch! Yeah.
Think about that, folks.
Ouch.
The fattest hog gets slaughtered first, and you know, so that's something that that's my dad shared me years ago. And I mentioned to you, my dad was in this business for 25 years, so it runs in my blood. Learned so much from him. I'm so thankful for him. Love him so much. So it just makes sense. And when you're thinking about that in the terms of retirement dollars, here's what we need to know.
Okay.
Folks, if you stay greedy, you just might run into the situation where you get slaughtered. And that can happen in the market. Last year, think about what happened, March, April, May. The tremendous dive in the market. Now, fortunately, we had that V-shaped recovery, which, by the way, was an anomaly. I wouldn't plan on that to happen over and over again, folks, because what I believe is going to happen, it's just cyclical, is corrections, you know, down market. So my question for you watching now is, you know, can you understand the importance of today preserving and protecting what you've worked so hard for? Because you're getting ready to exit onto this road to retirement journey.
Mm.
So let me show you using the green line principle, okay? A safe money strategy. Let me show you how to implement that along with other planning techniques to keep you healthy so that the fattest hog doesn't get slaughtered first. Hey,
Mm.
speaking of hogs,
Yeah.
guess where I saw one?
What?
Out of the swamp, the Congaree National Swamp.
Oh, really?
It's actually the Congaree National Monument.
Okay.
It used to be Congaree Swamp, and then it became National Monument.
Yeah, yeah.
It's home to some of the oldest the old growth forest in the country. It's like one of the only ones left. I might not be saying that exactly correct because I'm not a I don't know botanist or whatever.
That's
But
okay. They can Google it.
that's right. But hey, at the swamp, I was canoeing.
Yeah.
I was on the way to take a look at my favorite tree.
Yes?
I have a favorite tree.
You
in
got
the
a
swamp.
favorite tree in the
It's
swamp?
a loblolly pine, and it towers above all others.
Really?
Yes. And I was rounding the bend, and right there, and it was just snorting, and started doing his hoofs. A big old hog.
Wow.
Yeah, big old tusk came out.
He's ready to come get
man.
you, huh?
Well, I was canoeing, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep paddling, you know.
I'm just gonna act like I'm invisible for a minute.
I'm not here. I'm not here. So yeah, but
I love
that's
it.
one of my favorite places too. That go out in the Congaree Swamp. Love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
So people may wonder, you may be asking out there, why is he paying so much attention to this tree, this one swamp in this area? He has a little bit of an eye for photography, which
Yeah.
he didn't mention. Why don't you share that with folks, how much you love photography?
I do. I could take a picture of a rock. Seriously, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, man, that's beautiful. That goes back to Mr. Mason in high school. He
Yeah.
was my art teacher.
Yeah.
He taught me how to frame it up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that was back when we were rolling our own film and way before digital and printing. Oh, I had some good times in the dark room.
You know what's funny? We're talking about these stories. I see how much passion you got for life and all these little aspects, these nuances. But it's the passion you have for your client stories that really just blow me away.
Mm.
You know, when you do those annual reviews and they share their stories with you, you know, just how excited you get to see that you're a part of that.
Yeah, I am a part. It's like we're doing life together.
Yeah.
You know, and that just means so much to me. Okay, but we're seeing success.
Yeah.
We're seeing success and we're seeing comfortable retirements. It all circles back, folks, to the plan, to building that plan. And we're taking all things into consideration: taxation, healthcare, inflation, many, many more things. You know, I mean, we demonstrate that in our fact-based approach. You know, we learn the facts about you when you come to see us, okay? Well, we take that, and then based upon what you share with us you want to do, we build it out. We build that financial plan for you. It's going to keep you comfortable. And guess what? We're dotting the I's, we're crossing the T's, and we're doing it in your best interest, non-biased, because we're fiduciaries. We got to do that.
Yeah, it's fiduciaries. That's an important thing. Hey, listen, obviously what you're saying is resonating with folks out there because the phone lines are going crazy with that offer, okay? But there's a couple of spots remaining. Would you mind sharing with the good folks out there what you are offering if they reach out and call you today?
Folks, give us a call, 844-359-2569. Here's what you can expect when you come to see us for your complimentary, no-cost time with us. You can expect for us to get to know you, spend time with you as a person, not focusing on the money, but you as a person learning about where you are, where you want to go, and how we can help you get there and stay there. Financial x-rays, portfolio analysis, estate planning. We're going to help you with it all, not leaving anything out. You deserve it. Come see us.
It's good stuff. You know, it's getting to know your whys. Why are you retiring? Why is it important to retire happy with the people you love? Getting to know you. What are those dreams? Maybe it's the dream home you've always wanted to have on some island somewhere. Maybe it's to be in the swamp chasing hogs, right? Who knows what it is? But it's life. It's your life. And when you retire, you only get one opportunity. Nobody wants to go back to work at 75, 80 years old. Today is your opportunity to take the action to change the road you're on. 844-359-2569. It's a complimentary review. You get to meet Tripp and his family. Let his team go to work for you and your family. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages.
When was the last time you saw your financial professional? Are you getting the most out of the strategy that was created for you? Although you've done a great job finding someone to help plan for your future, are you 100% sure that you were given the right strategy? We can help answer these questions and more with a complimentary second opinion evaluation. We will take a look at what you have in place and then help determine if you're well positioned to get the most out of your future retirement income. In the event that it is not, we can help by making suggestions and showing you how to get on the right path. You wouldn't get just one opinion when it comes to a major health decision, so why would you treat your most important financial decision with such disregard? Call today for your no-cost, no-obligation second opinion evaluation to see if you're getting the most out of your retirement income plan.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Road to Retirement with Limehouse Financial. I'm your host, Paul Gebhardt, and my special guest today is the Tripp Limehouse of Limehouse Financial. But I know you've been doing this for 20 years, and I can tell you haven't lost any steam or passion for what you're doing. That is for sure, because it's coming through, my friend. And it gets me excited. I got to be honest. This is what makes my job fun. People are like, Paul, why do you enjoy what you do? First of all, it's fun. Second of all, I get to help people. I mean, what's better than that?
We have that in common.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we both going to get excited and we're helping people. It's awesome.
I love your passion, brother. I love your fever. Hey, I got to ask you though a little bit, because you had mentioned before about your green line principle. Now, I think you patented that, correct?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's patented, registered, and trademarked to none other than Tripp Limehouse. I'm proud of that. I really am.
Yep.
The Green Line Principle. You can find it on the web at greenlineprinciple.com. And quite frankly, you need to know about this, folks, because what the Green Line Principle does is it preserves and protects your hard-earned dollars. And this is the time in your life where you need to really be considering that, okay? Because at some point in time, things are going to turn around and account values will drop. If your money is subject to risk, that's, of course, what you may encounter. We want to avoid that, and we build these cautious, conservative plans that keep people comfortable on the road to retirement journey. But the Green Line Principle, in essence, the way it functions is anything that's being utilized in that particular strategy, you can't lose any of it.
Really?
And I said that. You can't lose any of it. And by the way, we talked about misinformation. There's something I just want to say. People think, oh, if I'm going to be cautious and conservative, I'm going to miss out. Well, folks, let me just share this with you. Double-digit returns using this Green Line Principle, yeah, we'll show that to you. Come on in. We'll show you how it's accomplished. 12%, 18%. I've seen 25%. Now, who knows? You can't say this is what's going to happen again. Maybe that was a one-time thing that occurred. But what I will share with you is with the Green Line Principle, we know one thing that will never happen. A person will never lose any of their money. They have the ability to increase their account value.
You know what I want to share real quick? I want to jump in on this one, because you know what? When you bring up missing out, I bring up one thing, 2008. Right, Tripp? 2008.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Do you know we see people today, and what they share with us is that they're just now getting back to where they were in 2008. Folks, can you imagine the pain of that happening again? I mean, this isn't a scare tactic.
No.
That we're
It's
not.
real.
It's real. We don't operate from a fear perspective.
No, we're talking about life here.
But what we operate from is a perspective of reality.
Yes.
The reality is, folks, that markets change. Do you want to be involved in the next market change that would be detrimental to your journey on your road to retirement? Probably not. So come see us, because implementing the Green Line Principle and other strategies can help you avoid that. Don't let the market determine what happens on your journey on the road to retirement. Let's build a plan, that's going to accomplish your goals long term. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about, mindset. Because you mentioned before in an earlier program about the importance of the mental, the physical, and the spiritual, all these things that are happening and the things you got to consider when you get into retirement. And I want to come back to the mental real quick, because I want to ask you what your thought is, okay? And this is from the hip. We all become habit form in our lives. 30 years of working, 30 years of getting a W-2, right? We go to the end of the year, we take our stuff to our tax guy, he files our taxes. We get used to that. We're programmed into that system. But it's important for folks to change their mindset the closer they get to retirement, isn't it, Tripp? I mean, don't they need to start really looking more proactively at what lies ahead?
Paul, it's a shift. And the shift is, they don't even realize this, but this is the shift. It's from accumulation to income and distribution planning. And that's why you need to come see us, folks, because if you're like most people out there, you've been focused on accumulation. We still focus on that, don't get me wrong, but we need to take what you have. Every dollar has a duty. We need to take what you have. We need to properly create income and a distribution plan, including mapping out Social Security, all the things that we talk about to keep you healthy on the road to retirement journey. I often say to people, have you ever run out of gas?
Yeah.
And everybody can relate to that. Yeah, I ran out of gas. How did that feel? Well, it was embarrassing. I didn't like it. I had to call for help. Folks, do you want to run out of gas on the road to retirement? Do you want to run out of money? I mean, we're talking about things like that. Let's avoid it all. We can help you. I mean, we care about you. We want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you shared that. It's interesting what you just said, though. Every dollar has a duty. I love that. And I think folks maybe forget that. But most importantly, you've invested a lot of time. Don't discount the time. That's key. It's key. Because you don't have 30 more years to go back and do it again. 2008 was definitely an eye-opener, and I agree with you.
Well, what I share with our viewing audience and this conversation with you is there's a person at work or there's money at work. And for most people that are watching right now the Road to Retirement show and listening to the Road to Retirement radio show, you're going to find that you're entering or about to enter that time where it's just money at work. And quite frankly, we need to make sure that it works well. That's what building a plan is all about. And we need to make sure that we don't forget to include all the things that we know are important for you.
Yeah, and you know what? Believe it or not, the show's come to an end, my friend. We got about a minute left. Would you remind the good folks out there in South Carolina what you're offering if they reach out today?
Folks, what we're offering you is the opportunity to spend time with us here at Limehouse Financial. No cost, no obligation. Whether it's coming in for a second opinion or whether it's coming in to just begin talking with someone about a plan, we're here for you. We want to make sure that you're going to do this retirement cautiously, conservatively, and have a comfortable retirement successful. We want to build that plan customized just for you. Come in and see us.
You know, one of my favorite sayings is, no man is an island. No man is an island. And it comes down to this word, relationships. We all have them. Key people in our lives along the way that show us the way. And on your financial journey, what's your relationship like? Maybe you don't even have one. But today, you have an opportunity. Complimentary review with Tripp and his team, 844-359-2569. We want to thank you for being with us. Be well and enjoy your retirement.